Good evening, everyone. What's up? What's up, Pando fam? My name is John Crispala, and I am hosting you for tonight. And my apologies for the technical difficulties. And for some reason, my computer has been freezing, so it's been a little buggy. So just pardon me for that. But anyways, I just wanted to give you guys. First off, I wanted to touch bases with the fam. I try to do this as much as I can, but due to circumstances, it kind of limits me from my scheduling. So, but here we are tonight, and I wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update and just some of the things that we have been doing over the last week as we continue to build some momentum. So lately, we had just come from an event here in the Philippines, and I mean, there's so many events that's coming up. But one of the ones that we came from last week, Web3 Festival, and this was a pretty exciting event to see. With the amount of people that had been attending, you guys, the space is growing tremendously, and especially for us Pinoys, being part of the gaming capital of the world, right? And so it's just hard to not take presence at this. And so yeah, it's we've been doing some networking, and we are exploring some collaborations, and we have been doing a lot of meetings, and so we're very excited to see what is about to transpire. And we are having a lot of conversations and meetings over the last couple of days, just based off of the contacts that we have been encountering with, and so we are very much looking forward to it. Just want to give a shout out to Christina. She has been in the forefront at this, leading this program, and making all these establishments with the connections. And so I'm excited because this is just one event, and there's so many more events to come. And matter of fact, next week there is going to be another big event. This is actually much bigger than this one, and that's going to be Philippine Blockchain Week. And so if you guys are able to attend to this, this is going to be on November 28th through December 4th. So that's literally 4 days away. This is going to be huge, and there's going to be so many big names that's very recognizable in the industry that you're going to see, and yet alone the contacts that you'll make. But this will be definitely a good event to attend. And so if you are able to, and if time permits, I would highly encourage it. But one of the biggest events that we are going to have, which is also in a couple of weeks, and which is the whole reason why we are building up so much anticipation for this big event, because of the fact that we are going to be running it. And this is going to be held in Thailand, in Bangkok, Thailand. And so we're pretty much going to be running the show on this one. We're going to be hosting the Blockchain Summit, and this is going to be on December 8th. I'm reading it backwards. So this is going to be on December 8th, and live. This is going to be on Bangkok, Thailand, and so which is a plane ride away. I think it's a couple $100 to go from Manila to Bangkok. But definitely the whole entire Panda fam is going to be flocking live. We are probably going to be the majority of attendees over there, speculating, but I can only imagine, right? Singapore, Thailand, very close by, which is where we're based of, and of course, with all of the countries surrounding it, that has a large population of our nodes, because that's where majority of the origin is from. And so our very own CTO, Chief Logan, he is going to be one of the keynote speakers, and at that event there is going to be a lot of revelations on the future of our project, especially with the release of Mainnet 2.0, which gives a lot of possibilities on what is to come. More technologies being built upon the platform, being able to have the opportunities to have more collaborations with other projects as well as other businesses. And that was one part of what really got me fired up with this recent Web3 festival, is because of the amount of businesses that actually wants to participate in the blockchain world, and us being a project that is real world use case that also creates, real world solutions in the business industry. you know we are we're very, very well positioned, and so I just want you guys to be aware of what you have right in front of you. One of the biggest opportunities, and we're just right in the very beginning. And so, if you're able to attend to this, definitely an event that would be a good one to be part of. And of course, yeah, the whole point of this is to launch our mainnet 2.0. And so, with the amount of applications that are going to be released, we have 4 brand new Ramatron nodes that's going to be coming out for mainnet, that you can actually participate in. And on top of that, we've got more decentralized applications that's going to be released, and so much more, a lot more. and some of them I can't even share with you yet. But just with the amount of what I'm sharing with you right now is plenty, because a lot of projects really don't have this privilege. And we have spent the last, we've been out in the market for less than a year, right? We're only a few months old, because we launched on LBank back in March of this year. And so, but we have been working tirelessly in the background for quite some time, and we had tripled down on building our utilities, our use cases, which not a lot of projects have the privilege of being able to accomplish, because of the fact that most of these projects, they're startups, right? So they don't have a lot of resources, but we've spent a lot of our resources, and we have been working behind the scenes. And so now we are just making our introduction to the global stage, and letting them know who we are and what we are about to do. And so just want to remind you, you are a part of that. With mainnet 2.0, right? This is just kind of a reminder. And as we are approaching in the upcoming days, I think this is now the time for you to start considering how you want to plan this transition, because just to kind of walk things back a little bit, 1.0 mainnet right now is offline. And so for those of you that have not caught on to the news, the Ramatrons, they're not working. And so if you're concerned about the stake rewards, you're not going to see them, not just yet. And the whole reason why we are making this transition is, for one, right, way more capacity for growth and scale. And number 2 is also security. And of course, we had some vulnerabilities on mainnet 1.0. And since we are at the time where we are approaching to make that transition, the chief had to make a call, and he had pretty much he basically just said, like, hey, you know what, let's go ahead and make the transition early. Let's go ahead and expedite it and make it a lot sooner. And so here we are right now. And so 1.0 mainnet is currently offline. So your Ramatron nodes, it's not going to work. You may try to make it work, and for some of you may feel frustrated about that, because you're not aware. And so I'm just here to remind you of what is happening. And so what exactly is going to happen is when we get to the point we are about to migrate over, and a lot of our testers right now, they're currently they're running these tests, making sure that there aren't any loopholes or any backdoor entries for any potential hacks or whatnot. But what's going to happen is all of the wallets towards that point is going to be unlocked. And for those of you that are concerned about the weekly rewards, the rewards currently being received, you may not visually see it in the wallet, but it will reflect at that time when the wallet is unlocked. And so once the wallet is unlocked, you're going to migrate over, and you're going to be migrating over into one of the participating nodes. All right, we've got 4 different nodes that you can choose from. You've got the Ramatron Mobile. You also have Ramatron Lite, and we also have the Pro version, which is server based, and we also have RTE, and this is also server based as well. And so these 4 different nodes, you'll have a selection. If not, partake in all of them, and so you get to choose, right? And so the APY structures on each nodes for the Ramatron Mobile, that's going to be 10% APY. So the mobile and the Ramatron Lite is 10% APY. The Ramatron Pro is 12% APY based on the amount that is being staked. And the Ramatron Enterprise is going to be 15% APY. And so now you want to consider which node you want to participate in. I mean, I myself, I'm going to be participating on all of them. I currently have them. I'm going to be partaking in the mobile, the Lite, and the RTE, which I've already reserved. But whatever works best wherever you see yourself fit in one of these categories. Of course, you want to be able to diversify your passive income stream, right? Because this is what it generates for us, right? The passive income stream. But you could start. Everybody gets to start off somewhere, right? And of course, the stake amount on these is for the mobile. It's 250 PTX minimum stake, and of course the APY will reflect on the amount that's being staked in there, which is how you would activate your Ramatron node in mainnet 2.0. Ramatron Lite is 1,000 PTX. Ramatron Pro is 10,000 PTX, and the Enterprise is 35,000 PTX. And so these are, of course, there's no limit, but these are the minimum amount. And so if you want to maximize the amount that is, if you want to maximize on the APY to reflect upon the tokens that you're initially staking to activate the nodes, that will be the amount that's going to hit your account once the rewards are paid out. And so these are a different structure from 1.0. This is going to be annual because this is, we're hitting the real world now, and 1.0 was really just a launching point. It was never really to, it wasn't going to last forever, right? Because we had to expand somehow. And this is everything. These nodes are going to be on chain. And so 1.0 was basically managed by you, and mainnet 2.0, all these 4 nodes are going to be on chain, and the chain will be managing it for you. So they'll be distributing the rewards, which is a good thing, right? It's less management for you. But the way this is structured is, like I said, right? This is going to be an actual annual thing, but what you'll get out of that is our next frontier for as far as what we have to offer with the proof of engagement, right? So with the POE. So for those of you guys, if I can remind you what POE is, proof of engagement basically is what gives you the amount of 0.1875 PTX per 60 seconds for delivering data. And so all these nodes will have the opportunity of doing that, and you're going to be earning at that rate. And so, but the what goes beyond that is the streaming technology that we have right now is just one layer of technology, but you'll get the opportunity to actually take advantage of the future technologies that we're going to be placing on our chain. And I think I've alluded into this in the past recent updates. We're going to be getting into decentralizing storaging, file sharing, artificial intelligence, and IoTs, and much more. And so each layer of these technologies is a different form of you earning and generating POE. So it kind of replaces of what everything and more from 1.0. And so just imagine the amount of passive income stream that you're going to be getting just from this, because you're putting your node to work. And that's kind of the whole purpose of this is, with our network that we are building, our infrastructure, so that we can, optimize the level of streaming, eliminating the lag and the buffering is going to be through our nodes, which is the foundation of our project. And what that's going to be powering up is, of course, Web3, and alongside with that is our decentralized applications. And so, with our applications, that's going to be once it starts transferring data from point A to point B inside the blockchain, which is peer-to-peer, right? Each time when data moves, you get your node. If you're the one delivering that data, you get to earn the 0.1875 PTX per minute, right? On top of your proof of network, okay? And so just want to give you a friendly reminder on that if you are not aware, but now is the perfect time to start planning on which one of these nodes that you want to partake in. And so I just want to touch on the Ramatron Enterprise, because right now this node is available. It's available for pre-sale, and so you can actually reserve this node right now. And because what's going to happen is the price of this is going to go up, and you can reserve this node currently for 1,500 USD. Because this is actually for you guys, the early investors, the pioneers. And this node is supposed to be for large organizations and businesses. And speaking of businesses, right? So we're working on making connections with one of the largest telecommunications in the Philippines, which is Globe. And of course, Globe is very open-minded in about blockchain technologies. And so just imagine, right? If we help Globe optimize their data transferring and have them partake and take advantage of our platform, for data relaying, what they would have to do is they would have to buy, some RTE nodes, because this is for large organizations, right? Because it's got enough muscles to carry on the weight for pushing and transferring and much more. So they can even build their platform within this node. And so, but what we're doing right now is we're offering that to you, and you're getting at such a great price that nobody else will ever get to take advantage of, for the amount of where it's at currently. And so you can make your reservations now for 1,500 USD, and this is a one-time setup. And then of course, then you would just put in the minimum stake amount, which is 35,000. And so what comes with that is, you're gonna get your 15% APY on the tokens, and also of course, this machine is gonna be on 24/7, and so there's more opportunities, plenty of opportunities for you to generate, proof of engagement once we all get set up, and so. Yeah, so after the big event, December 8 and December 9, which is the launching date for Mainnet 2.0, the price is going to go up from 1,500 to 5,000 USD. And so these are what the big players, the big businesses are going to be, purchasing these nodes for. And but you get to have it right now at such a great price. Okay, so I just want you guys to be aware of that. And this is a great node. And I just want to give you guys this idea too, right? For brainstorming, you don't necessarily have to get this all on your own, right? What I see some of the investors, what they're doing over here with the community is you can actually team up or combine your resources. They like one individual has 15,000 PTX and the other has 30,000 PTX. Like, hey, they can combine that so that they can get the RTE node, because it's got the highest earning potential, not only in APY, but as far as the opportunities to engage in POE, And so you don't have to carry all the weight, all on your own. So I see people from 2 to 3 or 4 combining just to get one RTE, and or they're consolidating all of their Ramatron nodes into one RTE. And so there's different variations on that. I mean, for me myself, I have like, gosh, probably like six Ramatrons, just with me alone. And so, we can consolidate all that in one, or, if you're able to, then you can just, you can expand more, right? And but we all start somewhere, right? So you start wherever is most fitting for your set of circumstance. And so, and that's exactly what you're going to do. All right, moving along, more updates. I had just gotten wind of some information also that we have PandoJoe. We've been working on this application for quite some time, and before we even launched this thing, we actually had remodeled this app 3 different times before it had launched into the public. and so now that it has gone, now that the beta is out, we have several of the community being able to test it out and be able to offer their feedback, and so we've been taking everything into account, and of course we've been making some changes along the way, and then one of the things that's coming out in the up and coming weeks is the phase 2 of PandoJoe, and there's several features that's going to be released. One of them, of course, is going to be tipping, where you get to tip your content creator, which is awesome, and we can all tip each other now. And but I want to share with you guys too that there's going to be a new version of PandoJoe that's going to be released, and that is currently being updated with Google Play as we speak. And so just keep an eye out on that. That will be available for download sometime very, very soon. And so I can't wait, because everything will be back online. PandoJoe will be on mainnet 2.0. All the nodes will be up and running, and then we can actually do some real streaming, and we can create more videos and help this thing blow up. And then lastly, before I start taking questions, we're also getting ready to go live on a brand new exchange, and that exchange is Probit Global, and so that's going to be our second exchange. Currently, we're available in LBank, which you can get your tokens from. Well, not right now at this moment, because they're running some tests. But if you need help with any of the reservations for any of the nodes, we are taking them manually, and so you can just reach out to me, DM me, and I'm happy to make that reservations for you. But yes, so we are getting ready to launch in Probit, and the last word that I heard from CTO is that they're actually finalizing. They're just confirming everything right now, and hopefully we can actually get everything finalized within this week. It's so a lot more exciting news, because what's going to happen is they have like several millions of users in that platform, and having the more exchanges, the better. And this is just part of the global expansion, and so we're starting it off with Probit, which is also a pretty decent exchange, and so yeah, just keep an eye on that we are going to be launching. That's probably going to happen following right after the launch of mainnet 2.0. Everything will just start coming together and falling into place, and so exciting. But yeah, so I think that ends with what I have to share. And I can just open up a conversation with the community. We got a question from Emmeline. Hi, Emmeline. Good evening. And so the question is the launching of mainnet 2.0 be also live here for those who won't be able to join on site? That's a great question. And I am pretty sure that somebody will be live streaming from there. And so I think they mentioned something like that, but I'm not 100% sure. But when they did the event in Thailand a couple of months ago, they actually did some live streaming there on Facebook. And so, but if whoever does the streaming there, I'll channel it through here so that way you guys can see. And so yes, definitely accounted for. So I'll keep that in mind. I'll make note of it and make sure that make some arrangements for it. So hey, there was another question earlier regards to the Ramatrons. I think I've addressed that earlier. So some of the community members have been having issues with they think they're having issues, but the case is we are currently off mainnet 1.0, and so you won't see any rewards in your wallet, not up until the migration, and at that time, that's when you should expect your rewards. So with the rewards, by the way, based on the last amount that you had staked in your Ramatron, will be the amount that's going to be given to you. Since from the duration of the time that you had went offline up until the time when we unlock all the wallets. So to give you one example, if you have if you had 100 PTX, that would be 2.5 of that per week. So that was the last amount staked, right? So a lot of us, we like to recompound every single week, so that amount increases every single week. But in this case, it's going to be based on the last amount that was staked. All right. So just so you're clear on that. So just backtrack on the date that it had went offline, and then just count the weeks, just to ensure that the appropriate amount is allocated into your wallet at the time of being released. And so just take note of it. All right. So I think we'll end it here. And I just want to thank you all for your participation. And reach out to me on DM if you have any questions. If you want to make your reservations on the RTE nodes, we can help you set up with that. But do let me know which node you want to partake in, so that way we can make some arrangements for that ahead. So we don't want to do everything last minute. Okay, I think that concludes it. Thank you again. Have a wonderful week. We got Thanksgiving coming up here soon, over here in the US, but for me, it's just going to be another day. There's going to be, I think there might be another event coming up this week too, so I'll let you guys know. We could probably extend that over here to the group as well. So, okay, guys, have a good night. John Crispala here, signing out. Peace out.